All right, Aries. How you doing out there today, boo? Now I'm coming right back because I feel like doing a couple reads today. Of course, I'll be posting this the next day for you, though. But I want to come in and see what's going on in the energy. I don't know. I feel like I just want to exhale. You know? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's coming out the card. Now you know your girl. Hope everything is going well out there in La La Land. Alright, Spirit, what you got? Oh. Now we got justice coming up here. In regards to something that you could be currently working on. We see a little bit of trade going on here. What's behind that? Yeah, an action. Ooh. Death card. Your mental energy. Fire sign, Sagittarius. Oh, now this could be a failure to see something. Buddha, detaching, be in the here and now. I did say something in regards to an exhale. Let me see. For 44, North Node energy. If that ain't the biggest exhale, I don't know what it is. A little rest, perspective, choices, Two of Wands, 11, intuition. Now, it do look like you're in North Node energy. We got 44 right here, you know. Look like you may be letting go of something. Now, of course, this could just represent energy, an energy exchange. Whether that be in work, expression, mental, you know what I'm saying? It's just energy. But let's see. Because we do have emotions as well as the mental. You know what I'm saying? And currency. Now let me see. Now let me pull from these. Let me pull from these first. I did hear something want to come out, but I don't know what it is. I went back in too quick. Now, I don't know if we want to go like this, because this is the first one. Huh. I don't know if this one... Yeah, I think it is. This is the first one. Because this is a deal. And I'm just looking at this, you know, as some type of contract, an exchange. You know, sometimes it represents the Baphomet. And you know what the Baphomet consists of. Contract, the devil, relationships, you know. And now you have instinct right here with this. And I think that has a lot to do with that cup that's coming in. Telling you to be in the here and now. Now let me see. And we got here. And kindness is at the bottom of the deck. But let me see. Let me read a little bit more about this right here. Let me see. Let's see. is the goat. Now it says this card represents a pledge or a contract. In Greek mythology, the goat is associated with the god Pan, who is, in essence, nature untamed. This god was later inverted by the Christian mythology to symbolize the devil, and consequently, much lore regarding the goat is swept upon. Well, wait a minute. This is the god. This god was later inverted by Christian mythology to symbolize the devil, and consequently, much lore, I guess it's a typo, regarding the goat is swept up under, I'm just say step up under the rug because this is all jacked up. Alright? Now it says the goat was often associated with witchcraft and regarded as a witch, just familiar with some believing that the goat was the devil himself who came to make the pact with a fledgling witch. And it says this card is a pact or a promise to be made. It is a sign of bondage to a person, institution, or a cause. Now it is so crazy over here with the trade that's going on. Now something in your instinct could have been telling you to let it go. Could have been a failure to see, but I think you see now. Look over here, this is healing. This is, a casket. This is a rebirth because you got the heel next to it. And not to mention that this Two of Wands is right here with seeing something from a higher perspective. This is all about the two paths. Now, damn. Now, the goat is highly adaptive and resilient. The goat are excellent climbers and browsing grazers, making them hardy animals. They are agile in difficult terrain and able to surmount great natural obstacles. The deal card may symbolize a dependable contract able to withstand significant changes and challenges. This card may be emblematic of a partnership, marriage, or a union which has seen tough times but always managed to overcome difficulties. This card may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Capricorn. All right. Now let me read the shadow part. Now it says the shadow reading of the deal card indicates the god of the old world rather than the devil of the new. It is unbridled nature and spirit which cannot be tied down to material promise. The shadow reading of this card is chains broken, ridding oneself of an undesirable contract or freeing yourself from bondage. And I swear to God, that's what you're doing. I just said something about ready to excel. Now we got a lot of things down here. You might want to release some energy and emotion or something off your mind. Because I'm looking at it. And I'm just looking at each card. And maybe your instinct has been telling you something for quite some time in regards to her energy, because that was the first card that came out. Now let's see. I don't know if instinct needs. Let's read it out anyway. Just so that you clear. But we already know what heal means. Let me see. Let's see. Now, of course, we have all kinds of contracts, friendships, work relationships, intimate partners, so many. But let's see. They got jokes. Yeah. Wait a minute, let me see. Is this the lion? Let me see what this is. It might be a lion. What, instinct? Maybe it's the fox. I'm thinking it's the fox. And it's 54. And it's so crazy. It's just making me think about Malcolm Jamal Warner Jr. He was 54 when he passed. And I keep saying that 54 is very significant. And I think that energy has a lot to do with Malcolm X, per se. Alright. I've been feeling Malcolm in the energy. I believe that's why that happened to Malcolm Jamal Warner Jr. Of course, I think it's something fishy going on with that. Now, the fox. This card represents shrewdness, wit, and astute intellect. Before Christianity subverted the fox into a creature of deceit, they were revered by the Celt as being a wise counsel and logical reasoning. The fox pelt was said to contain great magic, and cunning was seen as a positive trait necessary for tactics, logic, and diplomacy of war. The fox card in this deck represents a tactical and knowledgeable person, one who prefers words over actions. The fox is, stealthy, clever, a predator. Yeah, urgent. Yeah. Now I think I think you're gonna have some kind of understanding in regards to this deal, this trade of energy. Yeah, and heal from it. I think you're breaking some type of contract, boo. Now this could be a verbal contract, a contract that you might not even be aware of. But sometimes contracts are verbal. You know what I'm saying? These cards was over there by themselves. And it's saying patience and transformation. Transform. Yeah. Sometimes we have karmic ties and things of that nature. Yeah, we never know why we come across some of the people that we come across. Or some of the lessons that we're bound to learn throughout this course of life. But it just happened. Let me see what house is in. I don't know. I just get the feeling that somebody is just going to breathe a little bit easier. Dissolving this contract. Because you got 44 right here. Now, third house communication. And we see the war. And the change. And this is your energy. Now, the third house communication, represents community. Right over here with this trade. Yeah. See the rebirth? With the instinct? Yeah. And we know if we had a rebirth, something had to die. And that was that contract over there. With that deal with the devil. Yeah. And see, this is you. And Mama Gaia's womb. That's that rebirth. That's the fetal position. Right there in spirit. Spiral. It's over, boo. is over. Yeah, and there you go right there. Aries, first house, arrival, with healing, right here. And this sometimes I refer to as the sleeping giant that woke up to itself, standing up for yourself, relieving yourself from any pain or anything that caused you discomfort. And abundance is at the bottom of the deck. And it's so crazy that I just did a reading for y'all, and 23 was the number. The one just before this. And it's right here at the bottom of the deck. 23. Now you can see 23 as the second trinity, balance, as well as, third house, mind, body, and soul as well. But it's representing Jupiter, abundance, which was Sagittarius energy. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Oh. Look. You see the high priestess right there showing up at the bottom of the deck? Now, look at this. The Garden of the Gate. I don't know why I call this the Garden of the Gate. But see, it's associated with the 8th house. It's lost and all that good stuff right over here with the 8 of Pentacles. And now everything goes on in the garden. You can see this as the Matrix card. But I see it coming into balance with the number 20. Twos. And then we got the tree, life, knowledge, right here with instinct and a rebirth. And the book, the diary, the healing, First house, arrival, your energy with 10 of Pentacles, your inheritance. You at the bottom of the deck. The high priestess. And the book is open now. You see the book in her hand? I don't know. I just get the feeling that this been a long time coming. It's over. Yeah. Journey. Moving forward, bro. And look at that. The mature man. And we see the mature man. We see the 5 with the change. Now 26 is out here twice with great fortune. And it's great fortune in this book. You is embedded. Now, of course, it's going to be the second card with this rebirth. And it's so crazy. I think I had 26 in the last reading. I'm not sure, though. I think it was 23. Probably was the reading before that. But, this is the body. You see all that world travel, all that knowledge, whether these books be lies or not. It just represents knowledge. Right here with 25. And we got great fortune right here under this rebirth and instinct. With mama. Now you can see 255 on the clock. 526. And we have something in regards to occupation and the moon. Now, the moon represents the mind, the child. She can be the golden child. She could indicate childish behavior. But we see something being mended. Now I think I'm gonna keep both of them here because two very different cards. I see something healing, occupation. It could be something in that as well. I don't know. Now you might be finding your purpose. Now bad health is at the bottom of the deck, so I'm assuming this is we healing from any of that. Could be mental. I see a diagnosis here. The nurse is giving you some type of regimen. And it could be that deal, kicking the bucket. Let's see. The ending of that. Whatever that is. Whatever it is, it's out of here. Alright? Whatever it is. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Now, let me see. Yeah, could be tapping into your inner child. Healing with the book, the diary, occupation. Something. Now, it did stop on pride. 19, do the like you don't see the light. Healing. 66 could be significant, but you got financial discipline right here. Yeah, something about your energy. Exchange. Knowing where to give your energy to. If it ain't for you, just walk away. Now, this is making me pay attention to, look at that, 1441. Who is saying that all the time? I sure am. I am. And we got self-discipline and moderation showing up here. Now, it made me pay attention to this. The pink and the green that's in here. I don't know why it made me pay attention to it. Now, somebody could be 48. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the 48 on here. But it's making me look at the pink and green. I don't know why it made me look at the pink and green, but, I'm very receptive to color. But it's also making me look at this right here. With the rainbow, the trail of life, the knowledge, some type of change. Look at it. And we got 55. With adventure. 555. You could be saying that. Yeah. Instinct. Pluto rebirth. There's something new. There's a new direction. There's definitely some change. Now, parenting is here. We got a child here. I don't know. Somebody could have some type of career, working with children or something like that right there. Could be nurturing yourself. Throat chakra. Creativity. Nurturing something. We got a rival, this person is holding a belly. It's really giving me a rebirth. And it's funny, it just made me look at him holding his belly. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, 555. 44 sticking out. North Node energy. Now I think change. Yeah, something has changed. lot of fives up here. A lot of fives. And you got music and surrender. But let me see. Cornucopia. And look at that. Look at this. You don't see that? Look at that. 33, 43, and 53. You see it? I don't want to move it because I want you to see it. Look at that. You can't tell me you're in alignment. 33, 43, and 53 with 11. That's crazy. And then you got Healer of the Ages coming out here. Wow. For financial discipline. And this is almost like giving me, you know, and that I'm going to pull from that deck because it's just like he's breaking those chains. You know, because it's on the devil. And you can just see this as, you know, the Christ mind. Wow. Breaking any pact that you get with the devil. Yeah. Right here. The temple pact. Right here with instinct, Pluto, the rebirth. 12, introspection. You know? Because you got to get to 12 to get to 13, which is the rebirth. And look at 23. Now, because it's number 23, I don't know. 23 and 23. Something could be all tied up. Might be getting set free. And that was so crazy. I was just talking about breaking those chains. Let me see. I see the healing. And it's so crazy that this is 13. I see you find the stability from that to that. But what is this? A blossoming abundance. Change. And it's 35. And it's just making me look at the 34. Yeah, with the change. That's what it makes me look at, the 34 to the 35. Yeah. And this is all that's giving me moon energy. Secrets revealed. Because it's the 18. It's the child. You know, very innocent. That's what it's giving me. Because it's under heal and arrival. You know? With the 4 swords. And we know the 4 swords represent, you know, after the 3 of swords. It's pulling the swords up out of you. Healing. Whatever those contracts is, boo. Look like you being set free. Now let me say, I don't want to give up yet. I'm going to make it difficult. I ain't going to let you off the hook that easy. Because this is all very promising. It just gives me a feeling that some type of contract is broke. But this is not the book. Let me see. I want to see what the Healer of the Ages say. And it came out in the upright. And this powerful being brings the force of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hands and heart, flowing to you with love and powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. And I told you, that has a lot to do with all this energy, with this financial discipline. You know, sometimes we give people energy that don't even damn deserve it. You know? Everybody just ain't gonna be for you, boo. You know? You don't have to argue with people to try to get them to see your point of view or anything like that right there. Let's move on. You know, everybody ain't, you know. Everybody just ain't for everybody. Now it says, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. When to move on. Now it says, this amazing entity is with you now, bringing resolution to physical, mental, emotional ills, helping you to block. And we read that. It says you may have felt this strong presence recently, or you may just be opening to a wonderful sensation now. Now I said I wanted to lay it clear. You can call upon this emissary of miraculous transformation whenever you need a vitality, balance, or renewal. Know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. You know? If you don't feel comfortable with certain energies, just release it. Release it. Let it go. Let it go. Just move on. Now this is, you got a leg up right here. 34. And that has something to do with your occupation, because this is, oh, thank you, confirmation. You also have to be fair right here. You know, this is all about the laws of Mayat. It's so crazy that we got 12 right here. Change in the wind. You could be seeing 12, 12. Something's about to change, boo. Now, if you just release something and you feel that great exhale, sometimes you have, you know, energy that just want to stick and cling. You got community, as well as the yin energy. Now, this yin energy is feminine energy. And you see how she's pulling the curtain back? But it's giving me such a cleanse because there's a fountain here. Your community might be changing. You might be showing up somewhere new. And it is the 8th house. So it is kind of a mystery in regards to what it is. You know, the 8th house does represent, you know, High Priestess energy. The 8th house, you know, loss. However, because they came out with the 2 next to it, it's giving me that moon energy, feminine energy, balance, Maya, to be fair. Yeah, it's giving me something soft and nice. Yeah, because serendipity is at the bottom of the deck. 44 is showing up with think, and you got milk and honey at 51. Now, 51 and 51, the healer of the ages, you know. And I'm just looking at all that milk and honey, all that health is wealth. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. And pink could be very significant. I'm just looking at her little pink dress. Now, pink does represent the heart as well. You know, it's almost like you know, the red of the blood, you know, it could be, but when it's, you know, diluted and, you know, it get pink, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying there? Yeah. You know, when something heals, it gets a little lighter. You get me? You get me, boo? You feel me? Now let me see. Let's put a little bit of tarot. Let's pull a little bit of tarot. Well, I feel like I don't know. I feel like my setup is different or something. Ace of Cups. See that? Look at that. Pretty much the same thing we've been talking about all the while. From pain to wish fulfillment. Now the heart does want what the heart wants. But I see a leg up. I see a good outcome, though. Yes, I really do. I ain't sure a good outcome. Wow. Now we got 5 of Pentacles. To be fair, the Temple Path, that's where you're going. That's number 5 right here on this adventure card. 5-5. Yeah, and look what's there. You're moving from this to that. Liberation, freedom. No more bad contracts. Yeah. And look, on the instinct card, boy, if this is not the man for the job. Now this one is here and this one is here. Now this one is, you know, free. Then you got this one over here, thinking about the past. Let me see. Oh, it look like they're gonna see the light though. Yeah, baby. I'm liking all of that. Now, you know, this one right here is also learning something. Very intuitive. You know, the page, this page, as well as the Page of Pentacles. Now, nobody outbeats the Page of Pentacles because it's all about energy and currency. But this is the mental. You know, he really pays attention to energy. He's gossip, he's rumors. You know, he learns so much about being nosy. He also represents Gemini energy. The light and the dark. Two-faced. But ain't nothing wrong with that. He understands both sides of his energy. You know, when he's using his power for good. When he's aware of it. Now let me see. We're going to talk about that a little bit more after we get to the next row. And we got 7. We got dreams over here. We got 7, 8. Let me see though. Well, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 with that 9 right there. It looks like a little bit of alignment. We did see the 33, 43, and 53. Now, I'm just thinking about 33, 43, and 53 because it's a 10, a 1 in between all of those. And see the resilience right here? Some type of bounce back. Community, yang energy, healing. Yeah. Just representing a transition of sorts. Right here in the year of the 9. I'm telling you to stand up for yourself. Stand your ground, boo. Yeah. Stand your ground. Now, there's a lot of information that's coming out. And again, I understand that, we all have very different demographics, backgrounds, ancestors, lineage, different cards we've been dealt. And our stories are all not the same. Despite how similar they may be, they are not the same. I'm not here to try to tell you about your story. And vice versa. But there's a lot of information that's about to come out in regards to the magician, the trickster. Right here, coming back to 2. Over here with the 2. And that's on healing, the journey. And it's 11. Together. Instinct, intuition, choices. Understanding the spirit of the trickster spirit. Now, this is a good person. He also can be bad. Because he walks around here on the physical plane. The high priestess is the mind. He's the magician. The alchemist. Alchemizing your energy. Understanding energy. Tapping into your own little magic. Six of Wands. The victory right there on that pain that you may be experiencing. A leg up, a spotlight, pillar of the ages, breaking those chains. You see some big changes. Yeah, you don't close this cycle out. Good. Something is coming full circle. Full circle. It told you, look, judgment on the devil. Choices. Walking away. For what no longer serves you. You about to get it. Now, this is also using your discernment, your best judgment. This is self-evaluation as well. And to be fair is here. Simple path. Staying connected to spirit, your higher self. Alright? Let's see some type of new adventure. Yeah, change. 5. These 5s is hot, boo. This is, traditions, institutions, law. Everything go on in this card as well. With to be fair. I see a little bit of karmic justice. Somebody could be curious about you, what you know. Let me see with this temple path. I mean this two fair cards. Real quick. Let me see something. Oh, I must say something. And it's page 38. I mean number 38. I'm sorry. Now, yeah, this is all about balance and justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefits, law of cause and effect. Yeah. But it's a rebirth in a temple path. It is good. I like it. Now, it says life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from being, from status to doing, from discovering to loving to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Now I have a whole lot more going on here, but you get the justice. Yeah, the justice. You get the justice. You get the point, and damn, look at the sword of truth. Now I do see some lessons being learned. I just seen the wheel, and the 9 is on the 9. Damn. With the Queen of Wands. Going back to Sagittarius. There's definitely a transition taking place. And I'm going to say for the physical as well as the mental. Yeah. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, but the Wands does indicate, the physical. Empress energy, 7 of Wands, and the Devil. Let me see. Ace of Pentacles and the Emperor. Y'all right next to each other, boo. I'm liking it. And Judgment. And the Ace, damn, look at that. On the split. Yeah. That's that change. This is you moving away from external conflict. Hey, alright. This is you. Nobody say you had to wallow in anybody's pain. Just move forward. Just move forward. You ain't gotta hold on. Just let go. Find like-minded individuals. People that share your views and things of that nature. Listen. Listen. Alright, let's close it out with. Let me see. Let's close it out. It's making me think about TikTok. Because over on TikTok is lit with the diaspora wars. They lit. They is lit. Now, I don't know why I'm turning these cards over like I really pay attention to them in the reverse. I don't know. Maybe if they turn around in the other way. I don't know. Alright, let's see. I don't never pay attention to them like that. Be too much going on. Now this is telling you assert your authority and clarify your stance. Now it says you have the power to dominate, and your reign begins. You also have insight right here with the temple path, and to be fair. And it does say to handle it with empathy and avoid hasty judgment. You know? That's what it said there, but listen. Sometimes you just gotta, the ninth bell. And now this is telling you to face your inner self. Now, under the moonlight, hidden desires and fears and quietly awaken. Now, it is associated with the Isle. And light and logic is at the bottom of the deck. I think you see something clearly, boo. That's the cat. Light, it said logic leaves and confusion fades. Yeah. I think you see something clearly because the eyes is just really all showing up right here. Now look like you got great things coming your way. You got the Ace of Cups. Was it the Ace of Cups? I thought I seen the Ace of Cups earlier. No. But the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Now this is all the aces in one. But yeah. Something you about to let go of. I think it's now run its course. Time to say bye-bye. This contract is up. Whatever it was. Alright, boo. That's your message. Hit the like button for your girl. And I'll see you on the next one. And good luck with all your endeavors.